Greetings YouTube, and welcome to my latest weapons build. First off, a sneak preview. I just got 4 blades. These are 14-inch in diameter. I picked them up from a guy who I put an ad on Craigslist saying I was looking for old blades. And I picked these up for 40 bucks. And a new blade, a single one, the cheapest I think I've seen for a 14-inch was like $50. So I got 4 of them for 40, and I want the patina. I will brush off some of the rust just so I can mark it. But other than that, other than getting the loose rust off this, I want them to look like this. This is the vibe I'm going for. So I was very thrilled to see these things. So these are perfect. 40 bucks for these things, awesome. I have plans for a buckler and a bearded axe already. The other two are going to have to get just put aside till I come up with something to do with them. And I think I can probably use the offcuts as well, because I'm going to have to cut a hole for this for the buckler, and I'm going to cut a straight across here, and then some other sections will come off for the bearded axe. But yeah, so great projects. But that's not the project for today. The project for today is going to come out of these 3 things. A whole bag of 1/4-20 acorn nuts, a 3/4 inch square piece of square stack tubing, and 2 lengths of threaded rod 1/4-20. So what am I going to do? Well, I want to make a pair of light maces. I'm going to cut this square stack tubing in half, so I get 2 18-inch lengths, and I'm going to put 9 holes in one end, and there's going to be 5 holes starting 1 inch in, 5 holes on one side, and then 4 holes on the other starting 2 inches in, spaced evenly. So you end up with, you know, staggered. And those are going to be for the 1/4-20 threaded rod, and on either end of one of those will be a thread rod will be a cap nut. I also have an idea for another project using these. I picked these up at these are from Fastenal, and they're a great source if you need fasteners and you know, bits and bobs for different projects. They're quick, reliable. I paid 26 bucks for 100 cap nuts, so that's not a lot per cap nut. So I'm really quite happy to be able to have that as a source. And I'll be using, again, it's going to end up with 36 of them. There'll be 18 on each end, because it'll be 9 lengths, and each length of tubing, a rod will have 2 nuts. So it's going to be 36 used for this project, and then the rest I keep putting aside, and some of those will be used for another project. So the first thing I need to do is get some safety gear on. Today I don't think I'm going to need my apron, because there's no grinding involved in this really, other than deburring the tubing. So I'm just going to throw on my goggles and my earmuffs to make that cut, because it's only a single cut, and then it's going to be a whole lot of layout that I'm going to start drilling. So actually I will have to cut it, because I have to cut this thing. Crap. Well, I would put my apron on, so I got to cut these things into lengths, which I don't know how long I want them yet. We'll figure that out. Probably 1.5 inches. That's what I figure. All right. So I will have to put my apron on. Well, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so suit up, and then cut this, and then start the layout. Here we have the 9 holes drilled, 5 on this side and 4 on that side. And the observant of you will notice a little divot right there, because I drilled halfway through in the wrong spot. Remember, folks, measure twice, cut once. So I put that mark in the wrong spot. I went 1.5 inches, and then I was supposed to go to 2.5, then 3.5, then 4.5, and I went 1.5, 3, 4.5. So 2 of them were correct. That one was not. But I only went through one side. I just want to show that in the picture. That's all I got to do. Not show it in the picture, because it doesn't really have any effect on the weapon itself. All right, so that one's done, and I have these 5 laid out on this side. And when I get those 5 done, I will then lay out the other side, because I know I got those wrong as well. And it'll be easier to not get them wrong once I get those 5 drilled. So we're getting there. That was just a mistake on my part. It happens. Like I said, measure twice, cut once. So all the holes are now complete. That was the pretty simple part. now I need to figure out how long I want the threaded rods to be and start cutting those, which is going to be fairly tedious, but it is what it is. Oh, and just in case no one else has seen this bit, using petroleum jelly as a lubricant on your projects is just a game changer. Because I'm just using this little piece of steel here, it's a sliver from another project that I've taken the burrs off of. And I use it and I could put it exactly where I want it. And if it starts to move around, I could push it back into the center. And you put it where you want it and it stays there until the drill hits it, of course. But if you hit it, if you get the little mound of jelly right, it won't move and you go right through. And it's just so much neater than using liquid oil. It is. Cheap solution, under $3. I'm sorry I didn't think of it. I saw it on a YouTube video. It's a great idea. So here are all of the pieces cut and deburred, and I found the best length was 1 1/4 inches. So now it's going to be assembly, and it's easy to do this one at a time because I can do this one and that one and this one and that one, and it's easy to do them down the length. And when that's done, all I'll have to do is wrap the grips. So get my wrench out and start tightening these nuts. And there we have the striking heads fully assembled. So now all I gotta do is wrap it, and this project is done. There we have the final project. So we have the striking heads all set. We have the wraps. I used a slightly different type of wrap today. Something I have kicking around. I just haven't had a chance to use yet. So it's kind of a muted brownish, kind of a putty color. I kind of like it. I think it goes well with the steel. So there we go. A set of matching light maces. So now it's outside to get to some pictures so I can post those on Instagram and on DeviantArt. And you should go to Instagram and DeviantArt and you should follow me because I put up lovely content. On Instagram you get to see cute cat pictures. So thank you for being here for this weapon build, and I hope that you will be here for the next.